I've heard this from a lot of my mentees, right? So a lot of mentees have told me this. They said, Sanjay, I always think that I don't have enough prospects. How many of you have a prospecting problem? Be honest to me. I mean, we all are, all of us who are in this session today are pretty much financial advisors. So tell me, how many of you have a prospecting problem? All right. How many of us have a prospecting problem? I would love to know that. Okay. Harshvardhan says, I have. Ravi says, I have. James, okay. All right. Kylie, okay. Shirley, Mimi. Tokir, you don't have a prospecting problem, my friend. I know you. So this is something that I need all of you all to understand, right? That prospecting as a problem. We don't have a prospecting problem. We have a conversation problem. All of you know many people. I want each one of you all to think about this. Just take your phone book. Yeah, just take your mobile phone. All right. Look at the number of contacts that you have. You all know at least 300 to 400 people, if not more. I know some of you have got 1,000+ contacts on your phone book. It's not that you don't know people. The problem is you don't know what to speak to them. So prospecting is not the real problem. In the olden times, right? In the 20th century, prospecting was a problem. I want you all to think about this. In the 20th century, for me to get in touch with somebody was very difficult. Today, I can get in touch with you on WhatsApp. I can get in touch with you on a phone call. I can get in touch with you by email. I can get in touch with you by a Facebook message. I can get in touch with you through an Instagram message. I can get in touch with people. Prospecting is not the problem. Prospecting used to be the problem of the 20th century. But in the 21st century, prospecting is not the problem. You know a lot of people. The problem is you don't know what to say to them. You don't know what the conversation should be. So I want you all to understand this. Remove this first misunderstanding from your brain that you have a prospecting problem. You actually know a lot of people. And I think, you know what the real problem is? You know so many people that you actually don't know who to speak to first. So the true problem is not that you don't have prospects. The problem is you have too much choice. You have the choice to work with whoever you like from your whole database, from your network. You have the choice to work with any one of them. It's just that you don't know who to start with. And I want you all to try doing this today. I want you all to start going through your phone book and looking at all the contacts that you wish you had a relationship with. So forget sales for now. I want you all to stop thinking sales. And I want you all to start thinking relationships. I want you all to start thinking about having a conversation. Stop thinking sales. Let's keep sales on the side for now. All right, because I know all of you all are under the pressure that when I meet someone, I have to sell. Let's remove sales from the picture. Okay. And I want you all to start looking at your contact list on your phone, on your Facebook, on your Instagram. I want you all to start looking at your contact list as the relationships that you want to build. Guys, our business is not a sales business. Our business is a relationship business. The more relationships you have, the better your sales will automatically be. So let's keep sales on the side. Sales is a byproduct of our actual business. Our actual business is maintaining good relationships and giving fantastic advice. That is our true business. Sales is only a measurement of how good we do these two things. So sales is only a measurement of how good your relationships are and how good your advice is. So I want you all to think about that our business is not sales. Our business is building relationships and giving fantastic advice. So what you need to do today, if you think prospecting is your problem, I want you all to start focusing on building new relationships with the people that you already know. They know of you. They probably don't know you as well as you wish they did. So give them a call. Go and meet them. Go and have a cup of coffee. Stop sitting in your office. That's one of the biggest mistakes we do as financial advisors. We spend too much time in our offices. Guys, you guys are so lucky that your agency leaders take such good care of you. You know what I had? When I joined this business, I was working under my father. My father was my agency leader. My father didn't even allow me to enter the office. He said, get out of the office. You're not allowed to drink coffee and tea in the office. And I was like, why not? And he said, you're going to waste money. What's the point of drinking coffee and tea in your own office? Go and drink coffee and tea with someone else. How many of you have meals alone? Why do you not have a meal with someone else? Why don't you sit with somebody and have a nice conversation while you have your lunch, breakfast, dinner? Why not have a conversation with people? Actually, you should skip a meal if you have no one to eat with. If you have no one to eat with, you might as well not eat. What are you eating for? You might as well go and work. Call somebody. Learn to have a meal with someone. Don't eat alone. Have coffee with someone. Don't drink coffee alone. Have a conversation with someone. Don't sit alone. Guys, we live in a world where we lost that opportunity to communicate for 2 years. Did you not realize in the 2 years of COVID that we are all social animals? We need to be connected. We need to be talking to people. We need to be meeting people. We need that hug. We need that handshake. We need to be looking at people. You got that during COVID. Why are you not doing it? Your offices are too comfortable, and that's the problem. You guys get comfortable in your office and then you don't want to leave. You know, the only time I was allowed to enter my office was if a client came. So if a client is visiting my office, that's the only time I was allowed to enter the office. My father wouldn't allow me otherwise. I'm not allowed to go to the office. He said, your client's office is your office. Your client's meeting place is your meeting place. You have nobody in your office who will buy insurance from you, correct or not? There's nobody in your company that will buy insurance from you. Then why are you spending time with them? Spend time with the people who you truly have to work on, whose future you truly depend on. You spend time with those people. You spend time with anybody whose future and your future is intertwined. Don't spend time with someone who has no impact on your future and who you have no impact on. Stop wasting your time. Spend time with anybody whose future is intertwined with your future. And if you don't have that opportunity, right, you get the best time to network, or I would say build a relationship, is over breaking bread. That's why it's called breaking bread. You sit and break bread with someone, have a meal with them. That's fine. Don't have a meal if you have no one to eat with. Seriously, think about it. A simple concept like that will affect your business. Learn to have that conversation. So, the second biggest mistake that we all make, right? You do not have a target market. You actually have not identified who is the client you want to work with. You see, when I joined this business, I remember my trainer, right? He told me something very funny. I mean, I can never forget it. So I'd gone for insurance training at our company. And my trainer told me, he's like, so I asked him, I was like, who do I sell to? I mean, who is my potential target market? And he said, everyone that's walking on the street, that's your target market. Everyone needs insurance. I said, okay. He's like, put your finger under their nose. If there's hot air, they're a prospect. And that's what I was taught. And I realized very quickly, that's not the correct way to build a practice. Yeah, it's a very good way to leave this business because you're trying to work with anybody and everybody. And then you become unhappy and then you leave. That's a very good way to leave the business, knowing the fact that you can sell insurance to anybody. You each need to identify what's your target market. Who do you truly like spending time with? Learn to profile your clients. Learn to profile the people that you want to work with. What is the kind of personality they should have? What's the kind of product they like? What is the kind of family background do they have? For example, you might connect very well with singles. You might connect very well with young couples. You might connect very well with young families. You might connect very well with pre-retirees. You might connect very well with retired people. You might connect very well with parents. You might connect very well with grandparents. What is the profile of client that you connect very well with? You might connect very well with professionals. You might connect very well with college students. Guys, I know a lot of you think college students is a small market. You'll be shocked the amount of disposable wealth that college students have. You'll be shocked on the amount of money that you can actually get servicing just college students. That's how I started. I got my first MDRT working with classmates. I got my first MDRT working with college students. So I want you all to think about this, that what's your target market? Now, for those of you who have just joined in, I want to tell you, welcome to the family. If you haven't downloaded the PDF, I want you to download the PDF because you need to keep reviewing these mistakes. You know, when these mistakes are kept in front of you, you will try and avoid them. It's a habit that we have to change. So please do download the PDF. I want these mistakes to be in the front of your eyes so that you know that you're supposed to avoid these mistakes. I've written them down for you for a simple purpose, that I've made the same mistakes and I don't want y'all to make this mistake. Learn to avoid these mistakes. I also like to work with anybody and everybody. That's how I started in the business. And I realized that's not how to become successful. You have to identify your target market. If you haven't invited your fellow colleagues into the session, please do so. We have to work on improving the quality of our business together. You alone can't do it. I alone can't do it. We have to work on this together. All of us have to work together to understand that if we don't build our practice, we don't build our business, we don't build our reputation together, we will still be a stigmatic profession. And I want that stigma to disappear. At least in one generation, we should clean that stigma. But we can only do it if we work together and focus on sharing best practices. We focus on building the right structure, the right system to run this business. This business is not about commissions. This business is about the work that we do. Sales is a byproduct. I'm going to keep saying this. Sales is a byproduct of the quality of relationships and the quality of advice that you give to your clients. Please focus on these two very important factors in our business. The quality of relationships and the quality of advice will affect your sales directly, not indirectly, directly. Sales is only a measurement of the quality of advice that you give to your clients. Please keep this in mind, right? So learn to choose a target market. Learn to choose a market that you're most comfortable with. Learn to set a profile of clients that you work with. Remember, you've got to work with them for a long time. You're in this business for maybe 30 or 40 years. You're not going to be in this business for 1 or 2 years. You're going to be in this business for a very long time. You can build a relationship with clients and grow with them. You will grow with your clients. As you help your clients progress, they will ensure that you progress. You are the average of the 5 people around you. That's the fact. So you need to learn to grow that average. We know that for a fact. So think about this. The third mistake, and this is something that I'm very guilty of, is you let one bad experience affect you and demotivate you. I'm guilty of it. So I'm not saying that I'm not. I am guilty of this exact problem. I'm guilty of the fact that when I had a very bad experience, I thought this business is not for me. Guys, I'm a qualified guy. I've got 2 bachelors, 3 masters. I've done my PhD. I don't know how many other certificates that I have. I'm what they call an overqualified insurance advisor. I could be doing any profession in the world. I could become a lawyer. I could become an accountant. I could become an economist. I could become an actuary. I could become an underwriter. I could take on a desk job at any time. I could become the CEO of a company. It doesn't matter because I'm qualified to do it. I have a PhD in behavioral finance, right? Where I've studied about insurance, risk management, psychology. I have a PhD in that. I could be doing anything I want. I choose to be an insurance advisor. I have days when I feel horrible. I have days when clients have talked me down. I've had bad experiences. I'm not saying I haven't. I'm not saying that when you have a bad experience, just shrug it off and move on. It's tough. It's easier said than done. But when you have a bad experience, you need to ask a question to yourself. Why did you join this business? Why are you a financial professional today? Why? And that's the reason why I said, when we start into this business, if we don't know our why, we will leave this business. Can you imagine if every surgeon in the world who lost a patient on the surgery, right? A lot of doctors, they lose their patients during surgery. Do they feel demotivated? Absolutely yes. But if they don't pick themselves up and they don't come out of that trauma of saying, you know what, I lost a patient today, and they don't remember the reason why they joined this, why they became a doctor or a surgeon in the first place, we would have a lot of doctors quitting. Think about it. It's exactly the same thing. Guys, we will have bad days. We will be demotivated because of experiences or something. That does not stop you from your mission, your purpose of being in this business. So make sure that you have your why very correct. Don't let one bad experience be the judgment for every single client. Everyone is not the same. I promise you, everyone is not the same. Every single profession, we will go through bad days and good days. If you don't know why you're doing this business, when you have a bad day, you will find a reason to quit. So please know your why. Write it down for yourself. Remind yourself every day, why are you actually in this business? What is it for you? That is one of the secrets to becoming successful, is reminding yourself why you're in this business. I'll tell you a secret that I do, right? When I have a bad day, I take a nice shower. I eat something that makes me comfortable. I call up a client that I love speaking to, or I would go and meet that client, have a cup of tea. It refreshes me. It reminds me of why I'm in this business. That's what I do, right? I'm sure all of you have different ways of handling bad days, but that's how I handle a bad day. I sometimes just sit and meditate. I read a book. I write something. I write a story. I write what I'm thinking. It helps me to express myself out. Learning to express yourself out will also help you. Guys, we are in a business of communication. The more you communicate in this business, the more successful you will be. So get into the habit of communicating your thoughts. Get into the habit of sharing what you're feeling. Communicate what you feel sometimes. You build an agency system, right? We all are part of some agency system. The whole purpose of that agency was to support each other when we have bad days. So instead of sharing negativity when you have agency meetings, share positivity. I've sat down in some agency meetings and I've heard people say, hey, our company products are so bad. The market is so bad. The clients are so bad. This is bad. That is bad. Where's the positivity, guys? One of the reasons why I don't like to go to some of the agency meetings is because of that. I want you all to get into the habit of sharing positivity. Get into the habit of telling people how you came out of it. Learn to help other advisors. We all are in the same profession. We are not competitors. Please get this very clear. We are not competitors. We all are working in exactly the same direction, ensuring that our clients are financially secured in the future. That is what we all are doing. We are not competitors. We are colleagues. And I want you to get this out of your brain that we are competition for each other. Every single insurance company has very similar products. Stop talking down another insurance company. Stop saying that insurance company is bad. This product is bad. There is no bad product. Every product has a purpose. Every product is competitive. We are in the 21st century. Everyone knows what everyone is doing. So stop saying that we are competing. We're not competing. Each one of us is working towards the same mission, which is ensuring that our clients are financially secure. Some of us might be bad apples. It doesn't mean the whole industry is bad. Please get that very correct. There are bad apples in every single profession. There are bad doctors, there are bad lawyers, there are bad engineers, there are bad accountants, there are bad business owners, there are many bad things. They are bad in every single profession. I want you all each to think about this. If you have just joined the session, guys, I want you all to please download the notes, because these notes are going to be your reference point for the rest of 2022. These notes will help you get to the next level during this very tough time that we are probably going to see. So if you don't build the right structure for yourself now, you will be in trouble. So download these notes so that you've got access to these review points that you need to keep watching, listening to, and remembering. You need to keep reminding yourself to avoid these mistakes. Each one of you needs to learn to avoid these mistakes. If your friends are in this business, please tell them to join the session so that they get an idea on what they need to do. I'm not a coach. I'm not a trainer, guys. Let me get that very clear. I'm not a coach. I'm not a trainer. I'm an insurance advisor, just like each one of you. And what I'm sharing with you are the mistakes that I have made and how I have improved on my business. Because if you get this correct, you will build a practice that will sustain all these downturns, all these negative market movements. You will build a system of excellence. Kyo, it's so nice that you're from Cambodia. It's always nice to meet someone from Cambodia. The fourth mistake is you focus too much on the product instead of advice. I'm guilty of it as well. All right. I remember when I, again, joined in this business, I remember my trainer telling me, Sanjay, this is our hot selling product. This is our best product. And this is what you should pitch to your clients. And I remember going to some clients and saying, this is the best product. This is the features. This is what you should be buying, blah, 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 blah. And I was so product focused that I got it completely wrong. Think about this. Imagine I have the best chemotherapy and I go to everyone and say, I have the best chemotherapy. I think you should buy it. The features are damn good, blah, 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 blah. I don't have cancer. Why do I need chemotherapy? So if you truly want to be successful in this business, stop thinking about product and start thinking about advice. What is the advice that you would give to this client? What is the advice that you would give to this profile? Learn to profile your clients and think about the advice you would give to that profile. Now, for those of you who don't know this, I've actually created 8 profiles. All your clients fall in one of these 8 profiles, and it's in the financial planning book. So if you have the financial planning playbook, it's very clearly mentioned the 8 profiles that all your clients will fall into. And what is the advice that I would give you if you fall into any one of those profiles? I've actually written it down for you. So if you want to learn to put into your clients into profiles, get that notes. The financial planning playbook, I've actually profiled all the clients into 8 categories. And there are 3 questions that you have to ask to know which profile they fit into. Or actually, you probably already know the answer to those 3 questions about those clients. The first question is, are you married? Do you have dependents? And do you have an income? That's it. I only need answer to these 3 questions. I don't need your age. I don't need your gender. I don't need anything else. I just need the answer to these 3 questions and I can profile you. Think about it. Learn to profile your clients in the fastest way possible so that you can give them your best advice. Because we do a lot of fact finding, right? When I joined this business, I was told, Sanjay, fact finding is the way to know your clients. That's absolutely correct. It is a very important step in our sales process. Fact finding is very important. However, fact finding only works once you have built a relationship with your client. Your clients don't give you the facts till they don't trust you. So if they don't have a relationship with you, they will not trust you. And if they don't trust you, they will give you incorrect facts. So if they give you incorrect facts, your fact finding doesn't work. And that's the problem. Think about it. Almost everyone lies about their age. Whether you're a male or female now, in the olden times, I would say the 20th century, women said, 10 years younger, right? So if you ask them, how old are you? It's always -10. Now even men do that. That was not what men did, but now even the men do that, right? You ask a man, how old are you? I stopped growing at 21. I stopped growing at 25. I'm 25 plus. You will hear those kind of words. They don't even want to tell you your age. And then when you go down to ask them, what's your income? What are your expenses? What are your assets? What are your liabilities? They don't know it. Think about it. Most people don't even know how much they earn. Most people don't even know how much they spend. You know, there was a whole research done. 95% of housewives did not know about the liabilities that their husbands had. 95% of housewives did not know about the liabilities that their husbands had. And by the way, 100% of married men don't know where their wives spend money. Think about it. And you ask them, how much do you spend? They don't have a clue. How much money do you make? Don't know. How are you going to complete that fact find if you don't know those answers? So you have to learn to give generic advice. Once they trust you, they will give you the real numbers. They will allow you to help you explore the real numbers. So if you want to get into giving really good advice, you need to first learn to build the right relationship. Give them the reason on why they should be even giving you all that data. So fact finding is a part of the sales process, but before you give them specific advice, learn to give them general advice. For example, how much water should you drink every day? 8 glasses of water. That's general advice. Now, if I want to be more specific, I need to check the amount of exercise you do, the amount of activity that you do, then I can give you specific advice. Instead of 8 glasses, you should have 10, or instead of 8, you can even have 6. That's specific advice. That is fact finding. Generic advice, you should do 10,000 steps a day. Generic advice. Generically, everyone should be doing 10,000 steps a day on an average. But if you have got high calorie consumption, you should be doing 15,000 steps or 20,000 steps. If you're trying to lose weight, you should be doing more steps. If you're underweight, you probably want to exercise lesser, right? So specific advice can only be given once they have accepted the generic advice. So the financial planning playbook, that's exactly what I covered in that. I put in generic advice. I profile clients into 8 categories. I give generic advice, but if they want specific advice, then they have to give me more data. But that is step 2. Think about it. That's step 2. You guys all go into fact finding based on right from the beginning. You're focusing on the product. You're not focusing on giving good advice. Stop thinking product and start thinking advice. Start thinking generic advice. Learn to give advice to anybody and everybody. What is our job? What did I tell you? We only have 2 jobs: building relationships and giving good advice. That's our job. Sales is a byproduct of these 2 jobs. If you do these 2 things correctly, sales will automatically happen. So sales is a byproduct. It's a measurement of how good you are with your relationships and how good is your advice. How many people truly look forward to getting advice from you? That is your mission. And I want you all to focus on that. So stop making that mistake, guys. The 5th mistake, you're always giving yourself too many excuses on productivity. I'm guilty as well, all right? We all have bad moments in our career, right? So we will have bad years, we'll have bad quarters, we'll have bad months, and we will find a reason to blame somebody else. I remember a story that I heard many, many years ago. So there was this scientist, and he was working on building a computer that's exactly like humans. So he comes into his colleagues and he said, I have made the perfect computer. It behaves exactly like humans. And they're like, what's so special about it? And he said, whenever the computer makes a mistake, it blames another computer. And that's the reality. We find reasons of why we are not productive. We will blame another human being, we'll blame another person, we'll blame economics, we'll blame markets, we'll blame clients, we'll blame our agency, we'll blame our company, we'll blame our product, we will blame somebody else, but we will not blame ourselves. Whenever we don't have our productivity, whenever we are not productive, we find a reason to blame someone else. Stop that. Stop that. Just stop that. I'm guilty of it. I'm not saying I haven't done it in the past. I even do it sometimes today, right? I will blame something else. I even do it today, but I remind myself, Sanjay, what could you have done different? What could you have done different to be successful? What could you have done better? What could you have done? So we have always been told we need to create learning moments for ourselves. What could you have done better? Did you give bad advice? Did you communicate it badly? You might have given good advice, but your tonality was wrong. You gave good advice, but your concept was wrong. You gave good advice, but they misunderstood what you said. So you have to sometimes just change your choice of words. You could have changed the way you communicate. We have got into the habit of sending WhatsApp messages. We've got into the habit of sending emails. We've got into the habit. I mean, I have mentees who tell me, Sanjay, do you have a script that I can send on WhatsApp to get people's attention? Sanjay, do you have a script that I can share on social media? Guys, if a message could sell insurance, if a social media post could sell insurance, we don't need advisors. If a social media message could sell insurance, if a WhatsApp message could sell insurance, we don't need advisors. A computer can do that. If an email could sell insurance, we don't need advisors. Anyone can be emailed today. Think about it. What makes insurance sellable is the relationship that you have as an advisor with your client. Each one of you is relevant in the 21st century. And technology cannot replace you if you're focused on relationships. We are a relationship business. We are not a product business. Please understand that. We are a relationship business, not a product business. You are very relevant today. You are more relevant today because our clients are confused. They have too much choice. They actually don't know which product to buy. They don't know which advice to follow. They've got so much media information that's being fed to them that they actually don't know actions. Over-analysis causes paralysis. We know this. And our clients are paralyzed because of the amount of information that's being dumped on them. They need financial advisors like you and me to help them make those decisions. They need friends to help them make those decisions. Be a good friend to your clients. Be a good advisor to your clients, because over-analysis causes paralysis, and that's exactly what's happened to the market. What's happened to the market today? There are generic statements being thrown out. Buy term, invest the difference. It's an advice, but for whom? Whole life, annuities. People don't even know which product to focus on. Should I be doing ILPs? Should I be doing whole life? Should I be doing universal life? Should I be doing annuities? Should I be doing mutual funds? Should I be doing unit trust? What am I supposed to be doing? Our clients have a lot of choice today. They actually don't know what to do. So they do whatever someone else says, tell them to do. And that's our responsibility. Should I be buying crypto? Should I be buying real estate? Should I be buying gold? Should I be buying oil? Guys, we all have limited resources. You can't buy everything. Diversification doesn't work because we can't buy everything. And I want you all to think about this. Our clients need us more today than ever before. Our clients don't understand the concept of risk. They only hear the word return, return, return. They are driven by the greed of return. Think about it. They've been hearing the words 10x, 5x, 100x, 100x your portfolio, 10x your portfolio. That's what's driven in their brains because that's what the media is feeding them. They've been told there's a quick rich scheme somewhere. You can put money in this and you can become rich overnight. If that was true, everyone would be doing it, correct or not? They don't have financial advisors helping them build a successful, secured portfolio that is sustainable. They need you more today than ever before, guys. I cannot emphasize this enough, that our responsibility is more today than ever before. And if you don't understand that, you will lose the opportunity of a lifetime. For those of you who have just joined in, I want you all to download these notes. For those of you who don't know who I am, it doesn't matter, but I want you all to download these notes. Put these notes in front of your face all day. Keep them in front of you. Don't make these mistakes that I have made. Please learn from my mistakes. It will help you become successful in this business a lot more faster. If you have friends in this business, tell them to join into the session so that they learn these very important key steps to becoming better in this business. Tell them to come and watch this, because if they don't, they will lose out on the opportunity to help all of us be recognized for the work that we do. We do fantastic work, guys. We protect families that are not even ours. We have taken on a mission to make sure that people's futures are success. The worst case scenario, they will be millionaires and they will be successful. That's the worst case scenario that we work with. We ensure that our clients, their children, their grandchildren, for generations to come, are continuing to be successful. That's our business. We do it for families that are not even our own, but we don't get recognized for it. And I need that to change. I need to get recognized. I need each one of you to get recognized for the quality of work that you do. But that can only be possible if we do it together. One person cannot change the industry, but together we can make a huge wave of change. So get your fellow colleagues to join to the session so they understand the purpose of our profession, so that they don't make the mistakes that you and I have made, so that they don't repeat the mistakes that have been made. Rather, they improve on it and help each other grow to get to the next level. We need to help each other. And if you don't do that, you are not following your responsibility as a fellow colleague, as a fellow advisor. The good news, in the 21st century, we are more relevant than ever before. Technology is only a mode of communication, but it doesn't replace the quality of advice that we give. Please learn that. Our clients don't even have generic advice. Learn to give generic advice to anybody and everybody. Tell them, go speak to a financial advisor. You don't have to work with me, work with somebody else. That's all right. But learn to give good advice, because the quality of your advice will affect your sales. And I'm going to keep saying this. The other mistake that we make is we don't invest in ourselves. Guys, I'm not guilty of this mistake, but you're not investing enough into yourself to get the knowledge about our business. How many of you have spent time to understand how the insurance business works, how our products behave, how our business works? If you don't know that, if you don't invest into gaining that knowledge, understanding the business, understanding how to build the right sales process, if you don't invest time, money, energy into learning these skills, how are we going to become successful in this business? Can you think about a doctor that doesn't want to spend time in growing themselves? Every professional business has continuous education. Every professional will go through a process of educating themselves, to giving advice, to giving, I would say, taking care of people. It's the same in our business. How many of you spend time to learn new skills? How many of you spend time to learn new choice of words that will help you elevate yourself in front of your clients? How many of you spend time to practice your conversation skills? You want to all become fast runners, but you don't want to practice every day. How many of you practice role-playing strategies? How many of you practice objection handling strategies? How many of you practice closing strategies? How many of you? I realized in our business, the top openers, guys who can open up cases but can't close them, are the worst. If you don't know how to close a sale, you don't know how to close a conversation, you're going to have a problem in this business. So I want you all to think about this. If you're not investing in yourself, if you're not investing into building your practice, if you're not investing in that, there's no one who can help you on that. There's a lot of free stuff out there. You go to my YouTube video, go to my YouTube channel, you'll watch a lot of concepts. You'll learn a lot of objection handling strategies. You will learn recommendation strategies, because I know referrals are dead. Referrals don't work in our business anymore. I've actually put a whole video out there on that referrals don't work. If you truly want to be successful in this business, you have to build a stream of recommendations. People should be introducing you to other people. You should learn the art of getting recommended. You should learn the art of getting introduced to people instead of asking for referrals. Stop asking for referrals. The referrals are dead. In the 20th century, referrals worked. And they worked because in the 20th century, if you had someone's telephone number, you had their name, right? That was a great thing. In the 20th century, if you got someone's telephone number, congratulations. Today, in the 21st century, getting someone's number is so easy. Getting someone's email address, so easy. It's getting introduced to them that's difficult. Learn the art of getting introduced. Learn the art of getting recommended. If you don't get that, you will not be able to push yourself to the next level. So if you truly want to build your practice, you truly want to build your business, learn the art of getting recommended. If you don't learn it, you're going to lose out. You're always going to be running dry on prospects. You're always going to be complaining about the fact that you don't know who to speak to. You're going to have that problem in this business. Think about it. Think about it. Referrals are dead. I can't say that more openly, but it's the fact. When I joined this business, I remember my trainer telling me, you need to learn the art of asking referrals. And I said, okay, how's that? He's like, just ask them up. Okay, what should I ask? Tell them, who's your best friend? Give me their name and number. I said, okay. And how many should I get? And he said, any number above 0 is a good number. So I started doing that. I started asking people, hey, who's your best friend? Give me their number. I'll give them a call. So when I call them, they'll usually, these are 3 usual answers that I get when I call people, when I'm from referrals, right? So for example, let's say John gave me James' number, all right? I'd call up James and I'm like, hi, James, John gave me your number. And he's like, who, John? Now I'm spending 10 minutes talking about who, John. Or the second answer that they could give me is, hi, James, I got your number from John. And he's like, why did John give you my number? And now he's upset with John. Or the third potential answer that I used to get was, hi, James, I got your number from John and I thought I should speak to you. And he's like, I'm busy right now. Okay, I'll call you back. That's usually the third answer I got. And I got so demotivated because I really never got to talk about what I do. Instead, I spoke about John and what John does and who John is. And sometimes John even said, don't tell James I gave you my number. Haven't all of you heard that from your clients? I'm giving you his number, but don't tell him I gave you the number. Guys, referrals don't work. But imagine if John called James and said, hi, James, I have a friend. His name is Sanjay, and I think you should meet him. He's a fantastic guy. That is better than me calling James and saying, hi, John gave me your number. I want to get recommended. I want to get introduced. You want to get recommended in this business. If you don't get recommended, if you don't build the right recommendation strategy, if you don't know how to get recommended, go on YouTube, go and watch my video on recommendations so that you know how to build the right system to get recommendations. Do recommendations work? What's the probability of it working? 6 out of 10. So I'm not saying it's a 10 out of 10. It's not a foolproof strategy. No, no, no. It's a 6 out of 10. There's a 60% chance that it will work. But it is better than asking for referrals because referrals are dead. Guys, if you have just joined into the session, please download these notes. They are very useful. They should be in your face all the time so that you're not making those mistakes. These notes are a reminder of the mistakes you should not be making. All right? Download these notes. If you have friends, your colleagues in this business, invite them to the session so that they know exactly what they should be doing and should not be doing. Because we as a profession need to grow together. The 7th and the most important mistake that I have included, I've made as well, is we underestimate our own effort. We underestimate the value that we bring to our clients. A lot of our clients compare us to other financial professionals, bankers, investment advisors. We get compared. And we underestimate the value of our business. We underestimate the value of our product. We underestimate the value that insurance brings to an estate, to an investment portfolio, to a business, to a family. We underestimate the value of our products. And that drops our level of confidence. Our clients tell us, I already have a lot of money. And all of a sudden we are like, okay, if he has a lot of money, why does he need insurance? Or we have clients who say, this is not my priority. I would rather be buying property, or I would rather be doing investments in the markets. And we forget the reason why our product was created in the first place. We underestimate ourselves. We underestimate the ability of our products to help our clients achieve everything that they want to achieve in their life. We forget that. I want you all to get into the habit of understanding the purpose of our product. Is there any product in the world that does what life insurance does? Think about it. Is there any other product in the world that does that what life insurance does? Life insurance creates your future income today. There is no product that can replace life insurance. There is no product that creates income that you haven't even earned yet. There's no product. There's no product that protects your income in case you fall sick. There is no product like insurance. You cannot be compared. The day you understand this, you will stop underestimating your value. The day you understand the ability of your products, the ability of our advice, the value that we bring to a family, the value we bring to a business, the value that we bring to an investment portfolio, the day you understand that, you will stop underestimating your relationship. You will stop underestimating your advice. And I need you all to understand, there is no product in the world that replaces the value of life insurance to a family, to a business, to an investment portfolio, to a financial strategy. Insurance cannot be replaced. And the day you understand that, you will stop underestimating your value. Ladies and gentlemen, please get this very clear in your head. You are not replaceable. Each one of you brings something to that table that nobody else can. You're protecting future income. You're protecting exactly what drives a family's success. You're helping clients achieve everything that they want to achieve. You're helping your clients achieve their dreams. I tell this to my clients, Mr. Client or Miss Client, if given enough time, you will achieve all your dreams. I truly believe in you. If given enough time, you will achieve all your dreams. But if you don't have that time, I will ensure that your family gets everything that you dreamed of. That's my job. That's my job. I have no doubt in your ability to create whatever you want to create. I have no doubt. If given enough time, you will. But if you don't have enough time, I will ensure that it is created for your family. That is my job. And nobody can replace us on that value. The problem is we underestimate ourselves. We underestimate our ability. We underestimate our products. We underestimate the value of our advice. And these are the 7 biggest mistakes that I am equally guilty of, and I want each one of you all to avoid. Please learn from my mistakes. It will help you get to the next level. If you have just joined the session, please download these notes so that you can refer to them again and again. Invite your colleagues to join the session so that they get exactly the same message. Please share this with people around so that they understand the value of our business. Because our friends, our colleagues need to understand how we can all grow together. Sales is not our business. Sales is only a measurement. It's a byproduct of the quality of relationships that you have and the quality of advice that you give to your clients. Sales only tells me how good your relationships are and how good your advice is. I can't be more direct than this. I know some of you might get upset because I'm so straightforward, but I will share with you exactly what I feel. I know it hurts. I know the pain is there. I feel that pain with you because I'm telling you, I've made these mistakes. I've had the pain that you are also having. I'm an insurance advisor just like you. I meet clients on a daily basis. I get rejections on a daily basis. How you bounce back, how you react, how you grow is your choice. I understand that pain, guys.
Now, if you want to learn more about how to handle almost any insurance objection in 60 seconds, the good news is on the 23rd of May, I'll be conducting a live workshop sharing with you the insurance buying process to learn the psychology behind insurance and the root of how objections arise. The second thing I'll be covering is my 2022 60-second objection table. Learn the 2022 objection framework that has helped me counter almost every insurance objection in 2021. This is what helped me from going from 1 MDRT to over 372 MDRT. The third thing I'll be covering is the 6 major types of insurance objections, and I'll show you real life how I handle every objection using the framework I've created and how to generate relevant examples to support each objection handling process. Lastly, you will get access to 30 plus objection handling case studies that I'm using in 2022. Now, these are new scripts and examples that I've tested and proven to be working very well. Now, till date, more than millions of advisors have learned the objection framework. I designed it in 2018, so in 2022, I'm excited to be upgrading it and to show you even better, a more efficient framework. So see you on the 23rd of May at the 60 Seconds Objection Handling Workshop.